The clicker. These come in a variety of sizes and shapes. I prefer the multi-clicker as it has a button which allows you to choose how loud you want the click. If you're working indoors or close to the dog's head, it can scare or hurt the dog if the click is too loud. If you don't have a multi-clicker, you can put a wad of blue tack on the dimple of the clicker to muffle the sound when working indoors or close to the dog's head. Food bag and treats. You can use any reward your dog finds stimulating, like food, toys, or access to the environment. Most trainers use food, as it is quick to reward them, and most dogs are food motivated due to their scavenger origins. Use a treat bag that attaches to your hip to make it quicker to reach and use when training. If you're fiddling around trying to get the treat out of your pocket, your dog may lose interest. If you try using store-bought treats and use the bag itself, you will need to have one hand constantly holding the bag of treats, as well as the clicker, giving hand signals, and fetching and distributing the treats from the bag itself. If you have a bag on your hip, it gives you freedom in your movement. If you make your food rewards the size of a pea, it makes them easy to eat and you get more for your money. You can use store-bought treats, or cooked meats, cheese, or any food your dog loves. The higher the value of treats, the more your dog will want to work for them. If you do use food rewards, take that amount of food out of your dog's daily diet so they don't get overfed. Low distraction environment. If you're training a new behaviour or charging the clicker, you will need an environment where there is little to distract your dog from working for you. Once your dog is reliably performing the behaviour on cue, you can begin to build the level of distraction to proof the behaviour. This means your dog will perform the behaviour regardless of the situation. To begin with though, keep it easy for your dog. Always set them up to succeed. If they fail, it's because you push them too fast. Go back a step and try again. What are the 3 ways of clicker training? Luring, capturing, and shaping. Luring. Luring a behaviour simply means you have a piece of food or toy that the dog will follow to perform a behaviour you like. This is most commonly used in the initial training stages like sit, down, or roll over. The drawback of using luring is if you don't fade the lure quick enough, you can get stuck in the pattern of always having food on you, or that your dog will only perform when you have food. Capturing. Capturing a behaviour is when your dog does something naturally and you reward them for it. This allows you to cue behaviours that you may not have been able to do before, especially if you encourage your dog to offer you new behaviours. The drawback is, if the dog doesn't present the behaviour frequently enough to begin with that you can add a cue, it could forget what it did when you ask for it again. To encourage this to stay, try starting with behaviours they do frequently so they learn to repeat behaviours when clicked. Shaping. Shaping a behaviour means taking gradual steps. Instead of only clicking once the dog sits down on the floor, you click for any movement of the back end and gradually build it up until they're sitting on the floor for a period of time. This is good because the more complex tricks and behaviours often need muscle build-up or an increase in the muscle memory for them to perform the behaviour safely. The drawback is, if you don't continue to increase the criteria, the dog can become frustrated or bored with training and cease to progress. Which one is best? Try using a mixture of all 3 when training your dog. This keeps you spontaneous and exciting when training, and that encourages your dog to want to work with you.